So, welcome people. Good afternoon. My name is Miguel Bustamante Suarez. I'm from Bucaramanga City in Santander, Colombia. Well, my identity number is 1098-620-136, right? I am an English teacher from Universidad Industrial de Santander. I graduated in 2013 and currently I have more or less 12 years of experience teaching English. In fact, since 2008, I started teaching English. During my program, I had the opportunity to study and work at the same time at the Language Institute at WIS, and I've been working in many different places such as language institutes and some schools in which I taught kids from kindergarten, primary, secondary, and university levels. Well, talking about my dreams and projects, one of the biggest dreams I have is to have the opportunity to travel all around the world. It doesn't matter the place, but the idea is to travel. I enjoy traveling a lot. And I wish I could have the opportunity to travel to Japan or Korea. Both of them are the most interesting places for me. What else I can talk about? My English level is B2 according to the FCE exam, the first certificate in English. This certification was provided for one of the schools in which I taught I worked. And this test is made by Cambridge School. So I guess it's one of the ones that you require. Well, that is everything about my information, I guess. My identity number, my name, what my profession, studies. Okay, talking about my studies, I currently study a master's degree in educational management, but that is in progress. So this is everything about my experience and my knowledge. Let's start working with the topic that we need to study today. Today we're going to study about future perfect. So let's pay attention to the following slides I want to share with you. And let's see, have a look. Screen sharing, and there we go. Pay attention, people. Today we're going to have a general review about this important topic, communication and technology. Before starting, I want you to pay attention to the following things. You are going to learn how to identify the use of future present to talk about technology and the future. We're going to discuss how communication will change in the future. And we're going to focus our attention on restating and paraphrasing. Okay, so let's first play a hangman. We're going to play this game just to get into the idea about the vocabulary we're going to look for. In this game, the idea is to have students to have a brainstorm activity, a warm-up activity in which they can develop their ideas in their mind, saying, okay, this is the topic we're going to develop through the session. And so I wanted to show you. Now, after playing with the game, I start working with the specific vocabulary I'm going to use during the class. So for example, what do they have in common? We're going to talk about these elements: the newspaper, the TV, the letters. Good, so what do they have in common? All of them are used for communication. So we're going to start working with communication and how the devices we have now can change from time to time and how they will be in the future. So let's have a look. Our point of view. Pay attention to this important thing. Here I have students speak I have students take into account their previous knowledge, the ice-breaking activity, and the development of the vocabulary, the initial vocabulary, to have them speak. So I start having questions like, from your point of view, how will communication media be in the future? So with these kind of questions, I introduce the topic to students without they even know this is the new topic, right? How will communication media be in the future? So they start asking like saying, sorry, like, okay, the newspaper will not be physical. So in this point of view, I have students speak to collect their ideas, to check out grammar functions, to check out mistakes in pronunciation and correcting them while the student is participating. I all the time love when students participate, or I encourage them to participate with me, because that is the most important thing when we have conversations and classes in English. So after that, okay, I say, okay, people, taking into account what you say, taking into account all the things that you express about your opinions, let's have a look to this video. What are the names of the technologies presented in the video? Let's see. And I put the video on. I stop to time and I start explaining the things. That, what do you think is it? Here, okay, good. Let's see, what is it? You see, the bracelet, that is the meaning of bracelet. So to this technological device. Stop and then start asking the question like, okay, how you will use this device? How will we use this device? How do we use the circle bracelet? What is this for? And I start creating conversations. Once I finish this, I start asking new contests. So people, based on this last video we saw, let's think, what media will people have invented by 2030? What media will people have invented by 2030? Let's think. And they will start asking, teacher, what is have invented? Okay, remember present perfect? Don't you remember when we talk about present perfect, right? What is that? And I start like introducing step by step, little by little the topic. And say, okay, cool, tell me, what media will people have invented by 2030? Tell me. So they start participating. Okay, a new cell phone. Yeah, the iPhone 20, 2000, etc. Right? For example, let's talk about our cell phones, right? Year after year, we change our cell phones. It is an iPhone 10, then iPhone 11, iPhone 12. Now, by 2030, what will be that replacement? What kind of media will you have replaced by that time? Try to use the following expression. I will have replaced, say it. And I have students participating. Okay, teacher, I will have replaced the TV by that time. Okay, perfect, Carlitos. So you will have replaced the TV by 2030. Good. Now, what's your, I involve them, all of them. I don't like silent people. I encourage them to participate. Now, let's see. Marcela, come, let's speak. Teacher, I don't have a microphone. Okay, don't worry, Marcela, just write down. Let's type it there in the chart. Let's type it. Okay, Marcela says, I will have replaced The cell phones. Very good, Marcela. Excellent job. Now, let's continue. I will have understood everything at the end of this lesson. Now, pay attention that we are talking about future perfect, people. What is future perfect? We use this tense to talk about actions that will be completed at some point in the future, right? And we use this to make projections about things in the future. Let's stop this in this moment, the presentation, and let's pay attention now to the perfect, future perfect. This one is perfect. Have a look.
English.tv.
You listen, people? Do you listen the video? No? Let's wait. We're going to wait. Don't you worry. We're going to check out. This is something important that I always do. I check that my students can listen. I check that my students can watch because it's really important, right? Sometimes they don't say anything and we keep speaking and they later on say, teacher, I don't understand why I couldn't listen, I couldn't watch. So that is important.
The future perfect.
Now, how I use the videos. How I use the videos, I don't let the videos plays by itself, but I use the pictures and I use the structures to explain students the grammar aspects. So after I use the video and I explain the affirmative, the negative, and the positive aspects in questions part, I continue with the presentation. I have students working with many different contests that I bring here in the presentations. I have some exercises after explaining the grammar structure, not only in writing part, but also in the speaking process, for having them connect the idea with all of the skills, listening, reading, speaking, and the grammar aspects. So I hope you really like it. I'm sorry for not having like a student here for explaining and teaching you how will be developed the topic, because it will be an extended video. But generally, these are the aspects I take into account for develop a class. Really an excellent attitude, always smiling, encourages students to work with me. And that's it. I hope you really like it. And see you soon. I really want to work with your team. Bye-bye.